Hey guys, what is up, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to the final episode of the James Charles Instant Influencer Recap. If you haven't seen my previous video on the recap of episode 3, I will link that up in a card over here, as well as down in the description box down below, as well as my recaps for the other episodes as well. Alright, let's go ahead and jump on into it. So this episode starts out the way that I wish that the rest of them would have all started out, and that's with a little bit more of a connection with the contestants. It starts with the camera crew following them around their hotel rooms as they're getting ready for the final day, with a voiceover of them talking about how it's felt to be in the competition and how they're feeling, stuff like that. This is finally giving me some kind of connection to the people on the show that I was hoping to get from the beginning. Unfortunately, we didn't get much of that, but at least we are finally getting it here, so hopefully they continue this on in another season if they do get it, because I feel like this is very important to be able to connect more with the actual people on the show. Now, I know that some people have said in my comments, like, well, you should go to their channel and watch their videos if you want to connect with them. While I agree, yes, that is a great way to be able to connect with them. If there are 6 people on this show, for example, and each episode is 35 to 45 minutes long, okay, and then you want to go and watch a video on each contestant afterwards, that's another at least 15-20 minutes long. I mean, that's another 120 minutes if they're each 20 minutes long. So you're looking at another 2 hours that you have to put into watching the content to be able to get to know these people, where I don't feel like that should be the case. You should be able to get a feel of the contestants and how much you like them and their personalities while watching the show. You shouldn't have to spend extra time going and watching additional content to be able to get that connection with that actual person. You should be able to feel it on the show. So I hope that next season, if they do get a second season, that they do include a lot more commentary from the actual contestants on the show. Let's just say that next season they double the contestants to 12 contestants instead of 6. Are you going to go watch 12 additional channels after watching the episode to be able to get a connection with each contestant before you decide who you like? Because that would be an additional 4 hours on top of the hour that you already spent watching the original episode. I don't feel like that is something feasible, so they really need to make sure that they are including more of this personal connection with each contestant if they do get a second season. Okay, so we get into the episode and we find out that there is no actual mini challenge. Since this is the final episode, the only thing that James wants them focused on is the main challenge. And this week's main challenge, he said last week to remember to go big. So this week's main challenge is to come up with the next viral makeup video. Now, let's be honest, to put somebody on the spot and say, I need you 3 to come up with the next viral makeup challenge video is a lot of pressure, not gonna lie. I don't even know if James himself has come up with a viral trend video, except for his ad campaign. But that wasn't meant to be a video as much as the ad campaign, which then he turned into a video where he recreated all the looks. I don't know. I could be wrong. He could have started some other challenge that I'm not sure of, but I feel like the only one that he did was with his ad campaign. But I mean, again, I guess he did start one then. So as the competition starts, Ashley is a little bit nervous. Benny is 100% confident. He said that he had this look already planned out, that he already had an idea when he got on the plane for something like this, for a challenge like this, so he is ready to go. And Kaylin seems to me to be a little bit more confident than she has in previous challenges. So Ash's idea comes from the brand Off-White, where she's going to strip down her makeup down to the basics and just kind of do more of an outline versus an actual makeup look. Benny's idea is more of like a look inside of a look. He's going to do like a soft fluffy bunny on the bottom half of his face, and on the top half of his face he's going to make it look more like it's a leather mask on top of his face. So you have like the dark mysterious bunny up top and then the cute fluffy bunny on the bottom half. And then Kaylin's trend is going to be, on one side, she's going to write down people's perceptions of her on her face. And then on the other side of her face, she's going to write down how she actually is. So all 3 of these, I think, are good ideas. Now, I would say that Benny's look, to me, seems like it'd be more of a look that you would do around Halloween. So I feel like maybe he could have done something a little different that could be used year-round versus around Halloween. Because to me, when I see somebody who does something like an animal or something, I always think it relates more to Halloween, but that could just be me. And then James comes in about 30 minutes into the competition, which means that they get 3 hours to do this entire thing. Now, thankfully, this time they don't have to film and edit an actual video. They're just getting their trend and then having to do the makeup on themselves and then take a photo of it. So there's a little less pressure with having to do a video, but you still have to come up with an entire viral trend and have a photo shoot done in 3 hours. I honestly think that they should get more time for these challenges. I don't know why he has everything so condensed into a small amount of time. But he comes in and he talks with each contestant and he wants to hear what their ideas are and he gives back feedback on them. He starts out with Kaylin, and Kaylin explains the idea to him, and he says, some of the most successful viral trends on Instagram and on YouTube are videos and pictures that have messages behind them, so he really likes her idea of doing what the impressions are on one side that people have of her and how she actually is on the other. So he really likes her idea. And then he sits down with Ashley, and Ashley tells him that she's actually nervous, and he's like, this is the first time I've ever seen you nervous or heard you say that you're nervous, so this is quite a change. So he's a little taken back the fact that she's actually nervous about something. Now, her biggest concern is the fact that since she's doing something inspired by Off-White, she wanted to make sure that she wasn't going to get sued for using the concept. And he's basically saying, well, as long as you don't put the actual name on it, you can't get sued. So you could do something inspired by them, something that looks similar to something that they would do, but as long as you don't label it as Off-White, you could say taken as inspiration from this brand, but you can't say that it's actually this brand, so she will be okay. And he does say that he actually does like the idea of her challenge as well. And then up next, he sits down with Benny, and Benny pitches him his idea. Now, when Benny originally said that he was going to do like a bunny mask, the first thing that I thought of was Ariana Grande from Dangerous Woman. Now, he actually does reference that while they're sitting down, and James actually tells him that he's a little bit worried. He asks him, what is his message behind the actual challenge, and Benny doesn't have one. Benny doesn't know exactly what it's supposed to mean. And James also then goes on to say, I feel like this challenge, also like you, is hiding behind a mask. We feel like you have a little Benny mask on, and we want people to be able to see you as well. So James isn't really too on board with his makeup look, and he tells him that he needs to go back and really think about why he wants to do this look. What is the message that he's trying to put out behind this look? And then that'll help it all come together. Because the biggest thing that James said with these looks is that the message behind them is really what makes them go viral. I'm not going to be going over the critiques of each of their looks that the judges went over, but here is what each one of them created in the end. Overall, if I had to rank all of the looks, I would rank Kaylin's up at the top, I would rank Ashley's second, and I would rank Benny's third. Alright, let's go ahead and get on to them announcing the winner. So they all come back into the room, and before they announce the winner, James wanted to just take a moment and say how much he appreciates each one of them, how amazing of artists each one of them are, and how great they've all done throughout the competition, and that he is basically extremely excited to see what all of them can do in the future, and how they use this platform that they have now to be able to continue to grow and to help people and all this other stuff. So I honestly think that this entire show is a great idea to give smaller people such a huge platform for them to be able to grow and to help more people. I don't feel that a lot of other people in the makeup community would do this, where they have such a huge platform and they literally take people who have less than 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and now because of this show have tens of thousands, if not almost hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So this is going to change all of their lives. And at the end of this video, I will go through their final social media numbers, so definitely make sure you stick around for that. So after James says all this to each of the contestants, he finally announces the winner of the contest, and the winner is Ashley. Now, I was not surprised when Ashley won the contest. I knew that it was going to come down between Ashley and Kaylin from the first episode because they were the two that stood out the most to me, and I thought that Indigo was going to be the third, but I was wrong on that one. And it was really back and forth between Ashley and Kaylin the entire time. Ashley did win more challenges, but I feel that Kaylin has more of that quote-unquote influencer personality, where she is just more bubbly and outgoing. But in this last episode, we did get to see more of that fun side from Ashley, so I know that she has it. I'm sure she was just nervous on the show, and she just wanted to do as best as she could so she could win. So I'm sure that they both are going to do great things. So after they announce that Ashley is the winner, James then takes Ashley to the filming room where they do their official sign off, where she plugs her social medias like they have for everybody who was eliminated before her. Now I do understand that during the elimination process that James did say to each one of these people like, hey, you're great. I was so happy to have you on this show. You're going to do great things. Thank you so much. Continue on with your artistry. You're amazing. Like he would if they were eliminated individually and taken into the filming room. But the thing that's different with this one is that Benny and Caelynn didn't get to plug their social medias like every other eliminated contestant before them and like Ashley did for winning. So I don't really think that that was honestly 100% fair. I think that he should have taken both Benny and Caelynn into the studio and had them do a sign-off and then take Ashley in as the final sign-off for the end of the competition. I don't know, that's just how I feel. I feel if you're going to do an elimination one way throughout the entire season, you should do that all the way up until the end. Because, I mean, I understand that it's not like a huge deal, but if people don't know their social media handles, how are they able to find them except for having to Google or whatever? I don't know, I feel that they should have been eliminated in the same way and given a proper sign-off like everybody before them has. Alright, well let's go ahead and get into the final social media numbers to see where everybody ended up after the end of the competition. Ashley started the competition with 6,448 Twitter followers. She currently has 30,800 followers for a total difference of 24,352 followers. On YouTube, Ashley started with 23,400 subscribers. She currently has 396,000 subscribers for a total difference of 372,600. On Instagram, Ashley started with 145,000 followers. She currently has 472,000 followers for a total difference of 327,000 followers. Overall, Ashley started the competition with 174,848 followers. She currently has 898,800 followers for a total increase of 723,952 followers. Benny started the competition with 5 Twitter followers. He currently has 3,895 followers for a total difference of 3,890. On YouTube, Benny started with 175 subscribers. He currently has 55,500 subscribers for a total difference of 55,325. On Instagram, Benny started with 7,326 followers. He currently has 111,000 followers for a total increase of 103,674 followers. Overall, Benny started the competition with 7,506 followers and currently has 170,395 followers for a total increase of 162,889 followers. Brittany started the competition with 28 Twitter followers and currently has 1,271 followers for a total increase of 1,243. On YouTube, Brittany started with 14,000 subscribers. She currently has 161,000 subscribers for a total increase of 147,000 subscribers. On Instagram, Brittany started with 2,397 followers. She currently has 32,000 followers for a total increase of 29,603. Overall, Brittany started the competition with 16,425 followers. She currently has 194,271 followers for a total increase of 177,846 followers. Gabriel started the competition with 0 Twitter followers and currently has 1,517 Twitter followers for a total increase of 1,517. On YouTube, Gabriel started with 762 subscribers. He currently has 33,600 subscribers for a total increase of 32,838. On Instagram, Gabriel started with 3,688 followers. He currently has 57,900 followers for a total increase of 54,212. Overall, Gabriel started the competition with 4,450 followers. He currently has 92,771 followers for a total increase of 88,321. Indigo started the competition with 13,600 YouTube subscribers. He currently has 194,000 subscribers for a total difference of 180,400. On Instagram, he started with 6,095 followers. He currently has 120,000 followers for a total increase of 113,905. Overall, Indigo started the competition with 19,796 followers. He currently has 314,000 followers for a total increase of 294,204 followers. And lastly, we have Caelynn. Kaylin started the competition with 523 Twitter followers. She currently has 20,700 followers for a total increase of 20,177 followers. On YouTube, Kaylin started with 939 subscribers. She currently has 278,000 subscribers for a total increase of 277,061 subscribers. On Instagram, Kaylin started with 34,500 followers. She currently has 238,000 followers for a total increase of 203,500 followers. Overall, Kaylin started the competition with 35,962 followers. She currently has 536,700 followers for a total increase of 500,738 followers. So as you can see, there was a large range of numbers of followers from just under 90,000 total gained to just under 750,000 total gained. So there is a big difference between the top and the bottom as far as followers go. But let's be honest, having a social media influence of around 100,000 followers is a big thing. Most people are lucky if they get, up to 10,000 followers. So the amount of influence that you can have with 100,000 followers is still a large amount. I know most people are like, well, if you don't have 1 million followers, you're not an influencer, you don't influence anybody. That is not true. Anybody with a social media platform can technically be an influencer. Anybody who has 100,000 followers or subscribers is definitely somebody that has influence. And numbers like that can definitely be life-changing when it comes to brands, when it comes to products, when it comes to PR, when it comes to paid content. And these were the numbers just a day after the contest ended. These numbers are still going up on a daily basis, so these people are still gaining followers and subscribers, so each day their influence is getting larger and larger. So I feel that being on this show is definitely going to be changing these people's lives 100%, as long as they continue to put out content and interact with their fans. But that is everything that I have for this series, so I would love to know what you guys think down below. Did you enjoy me covering this? And if they do a season 2, do you want me to cover that as well? Did you enjoy me covering the social media numbers aspect so you could see how each one of them was growing? And if so, should I do that in season 2 if they do a season 2 as well? What did you think of the show as a whole in general? Did you enjoy the competitions? Did you enjoy the compact challenges? Did you enjoy the main challenges? Were there any challenges that you wish were in the show that didn't make it in the show? Were there any challenges that were in the show that you thought didn't need to be in the show? Let me know what you think about everything down in the comments below. If you like this video, please make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could hit that big red subscribe button and hit the bell icon and set your notifications to all so you'll be notified of every time that I upload a new video. Alright, that's everything for today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!